Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20! Watch the twist. Check.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
I know you watches that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in the as we're seeing so far, with that continuity, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
Here we go.
Exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Mike 48.
They'll run for the first time with Jared McKinnon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
34-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 65!
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here we go.
Not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw. Garoppolo. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 40 down on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases him, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
It's caught, Shepard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. A first down carry for Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Jones escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Let go. Let go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Here we go. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He turns and gives to Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there.
Here we
That's
go.
when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, I had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Number 31.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
More
180.
for first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Let's get off the field, D.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown San Francisco. George Kittle, 44 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
The point after.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now, Dion Lewis to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
7-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 39, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jones.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Run on 1st down. Gibson fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Smith. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Smith sacked.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely... to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give him much run after catch.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. On first down, Barkley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. From the gun, Jones. This one caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
He'll try to punch it in, and he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
His kick.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A run here for J.D. McKissick. Refusing to go down. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards to pick up there.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
Jones on the keeper. Montez Sweat brought him down. A gain of 2. brings up 3rd and 2.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Giants 7, Washington nothing.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Barkley a first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Jones. That is
all you got to do is look and learn.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 29 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
There's not much is perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line. Let's go.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Go! You ain't going nowhere. Let go!
And to give this time to the tailback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Smith. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. A carry now for McKissick. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On first down, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Defense.
Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go. Check.
There you go.
Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Pass interference. Defense.
Cannot do that.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Okay, ready?
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, let's get in them holes.
From the gun, Jones finds an opening past the 40. It's brought in left side by Tate. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to keep it again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make our score 14-7. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Throwing Jones. Catch made by Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Jones now. Off play action. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Jones looking for Shepard deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be brought down as time.